I mean,
it's obviously it was asserted.
right. Obviously, different
assertion.
context on this,
Right.
but I mean, it's just, yeah. There's this thing. It's called science and evidence. Let's try and use it a little more.
Right. But people these days they don't. They like to place sides. They like to categorize things to make things simpler for their minds, I guess. Like somebody, like you can go left or right, and when it comes to politics, you can be conservative and Democrat when it comes to politics. You can be a man or a woman when it comes to sexism. You can become, you can just go on and on with all the different kinds of what is the word I'm trying to say?
Categorization.
Yeah,
I'm struggling to.
Categorization. I just made up a new word.
Fair enough.
To categorize everything in life and make it simpler. The problem is, life is not simple, and people are not simple.
And another thing is, I don't understand why it seems like if there's an issue, it seems like everyone feels like you either have to be on one side or the other side.
Right.
And that just never made sense to me. Guess what? It's okay just not to have an opinion sometimes.
Right. It's okay. It's okay not to put your opinion out there before you know what's going on.
Yeah. Well,
just listen.
That's another big thing.
Yeah, like you said before, there's facts and evidence, and you have to take everything into account. You can't just broadly say that every man who is accused of abusing a woman has abused that woman. I would think that more likely than not they did, but there's always another side to the...
Yeah, there's always going to be a percentage that, it's just...
Right.
Didn't happen.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that always... I don't... And, yeah, going back to the whole, one side or the other thing, people don't do enough of their own research.
Right. Right. Oh, obviously. Yeah.
They formulate an opinion based off of someone else's opinion more often than not nowadays, with the,
right.
Internet and everything being so readily available.
Right. They take the opinion of the person that they gather their news or information from.
Yes. Yeah, so I think that's just a huge problem.
Right.
In today's society that I see.
I get my information from a lot of different places, and some of the times I already know. I guess I think everybody has their own. I'm trying to think of the word. Bias. Everybody has their own bias. They might go into watching a video where they don't generally agree with the person that they're listening to, but they just want the information to start with, and they already know right away that they're probably not going to agree with this person. But if you listen and you flesh out the argument, you may find at least even just a nugget of agreement, if not the entire thing. But people, I think people just want to make things simple for themselves. They want things to be easy.
Yeah, the problem is it's hard to choose good leaders if the people choosing them aren't informed.
Yeah. I do have another argument about choosing leaders, is that why are almost all of the politicians in government lawyers? Why are there only lawyers who actually who can they can create laws on things they don't actually understand how things work?
As far as
okay, you got this farmer. He's got a farm. He knows
right,
how.
And they're trying to pass like agricultural laws.
Right.
Well, you would hope that the politician would do their own, research and, maybe go actually talk to a farmer or something and be like, well, we're thinking about doing this. What, any kind of problems you see with us doing this or
Right.
something?
I just have a hard time believing that a lawyer can pass a law that a farmer understands better. Like, I feel like maybe there should be like a group of farmers that come together and make decisions based on their own best interests, rather than a politician coming in and saying, "Boom, here's the law. This is what you got to do."
Well, I'm sure they have some sort of, lobby or something.
Right.
I would have to assume. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm getting off on a strange
I
subject
kind of
here.
understand what you're saying, but at the same point in time, why does government feel the need to dip their hands into like everything? Why has government gotten so big
Right.
and trying to exert so much control over the United States in particular? And it's probably not just
It's not just the United States. I think people want to have power. I don't know if people feel like maybe one day they want their name to be in the history book as a societal or world-changing force, instead of just being a morally good person who aids others. Do you see anything with that, or do you think I'm trying to overcomplicate? Or
I think it goes more or less on down the lines of corruption. The more stuff they can dip their hands in, the more kickbacks they can take.
that's probably true too. Yeah.
I mean, and let's be realistic. That happens a lot. How many times do you hear about someone getting out of the House or Senate and then getting a cushy like $500,000, $600,000 a year job, or even while they're in
Get kickbacks
Congress,
or vacations,
or their spouse or something
Right.
has a cushy job.
family members, right?
So I mean, let's be realistic. That stuff does happen a lot. There's just more opportunities. The more stuff they dip their toes into.
Right. They're always looking to make a deal.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just it's kind of infuriating to me personally.
Right. I think it's infuriating that there's a business side to politics.
Yes, exactly.